Hey guys, Brandon with JazzPokeCenter.com, and today I'm going to start a new segment called Tales from the Binder. Okay, and this is going to be like stories that's happened at shows or anything to do with Pokemon that I've experienced. I don't know if I like the name yet, so we'll work on it maybe. I don't know. But on today's episode, first episode from Tales from the Binder, I was at the show last weekend in Raleigh and had this old man come up to my booth on Saturday. He had the vendor badge on, so 100% knew he was a vendor. And he saw my Ascended Heroes PC ETB, which, if you don't know, that's the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. And I had it listed at $4.95, which was the lowest listing on TCG Player Thursday night when I priced everything. And I priced all my seal stuff from lowest listing on TCG Player. Sometimes the market doesn't keep up with what, and I just lowest listed, I mean, you're still saving on taxes and shipping. Anywho, he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, you want to trade some regular Ascended Hero ETBs for that Pokemon Center?" And most of the people would probably say no, the Pokemon Center is worth way more. But I thought, hey, I can sell the regular ones a lot faster than I can that big $500 one. So I said, "Yeah, man, sure." He said, "Yeah, but what you got on?" "Oh, $4.95. It's the lowest listing." "No, man, you're wrong on that." I was like, "No, I just checked it Thursday night." He said, "No, I'm telling you, you're wrong. Your price is wrong." I said, "Well, all right, let's pull it up." And if you vend a lot, especially when somebody's being argumentative over your prices, like I can prove every one of my prices. I win. I don't know if it's really a win, but I get so many people. Oh, okay, like they see where I got my price from. They might not like it, but so I kind of turn sideways to him so he can see my phone. So we're both looking at the phone, and I pulled it up, and there was like a couple with like $420, but they were zero sales, zero feedback. Yeah, those are scammers. Don't buy those. Okay, the lowest listed one was 285 and it had small dent. Well, mine was minty, but I even told him, I said, "Look, I'll do 285. That's the lowest listed, 285, and that's with a small dent." And he was like, "Is that lowest listing or recent sold?" I said, "It's lowest listing. That's how I price all my seal stuff." "No, man, we got to go off of recent sold." And I was like, "Okay." So again, showing him my phone, we just go right over to the more data to see what the recent sold was. Last three sold 525, 545, 525. So then I'm like, "Okay, dude, well, I guess I can do 525. And then he wasn't happy with that. I mean, shit. He's like, "No, no, man, that ain't right." I'm like, "What do you mean it ain't right? It's right there, black and white. But you just butt hurt because I know how to read the market. I know how to research my stuff." And so then he's like, "No, I want it for 450." So I said, "Nah, you know what? I don't think we'll be able to come up with an agreement, man. I appreciate it." And so yeah, that was that. He did have a little bit of an attitude with him. It was a older gentleman. If he was a Pokemon fan, I would cut off my balls because I guarantee you he was not a Pokemon fan. He was 100% selling Pokemon for the money. I would guarantee it. And but so that was that. You might remember my tip and trick videos on vendors, and one of the tips and tricks was to know your product, know the prices of your stuff. Thankfully, I knew the prices of my stuff. I could also back up my prices of my stuff, where apparently I was what $30 to $40 below recent solds. I mean, so you gotta know your prices whether you're vending or whether you're buying, because you don't want the vendors to rip you off. And what was the? Oh, it didn't like be nice and it'd be cool with your other vendors. Because like I said, he kind of had an attitude. He was telling me that I was wrong, not being respectful about it. And just his tone. I mean, like right now, I'm telling you, I'm like, "Oh, God, you sound like a little bit," but you won't do. You got to know the tone. And like him just telling me I was wrong and stuff like that, and then like I did showed him recent so showed him lowest listing, showed him the recent sold what he want to go, and none of it was good enough for him. Like I mean, he won't want to get one over on me. I know that. But then I sold that same piece of ETB to another vendor who I've never sold to before, and I haven't bought none from, but I see him at shows, and he's always been very respectful to me. He's always vending with Life with Pandas people, which are really cool people. You know, he's just always been cool. Very well, he came by at the inner show walk with one and said, "Hey man, you selling that?" He said, "No, I just bought it for $400." So well, shit, I got one. He's like, "I gave you $400 for it." Now, granted, I was asking $495. Okay, but I paid $250 for it. Like I got it from another vendor like a few weeks prior, so I paid $250 for it. He's been real cool. He's been real respectful. I bought a lot of his regular Cine Heroes ETBs. I knew my wife wanted some money coming in and out, so last minute deal while we're loaded up. I sold him for $400. I could have got more ATBs and traded with that guy if he maybe was a little more respectful, maybe a little less on his attitude, maybe a little less cocky, So, I say if you're a vendor, be respectful to the other vendors, man. They might look out for you one day. You might need them. They might need you. I may help look out for each other. But anyway, this was Tales from the Binder, episode 1. Let me know if y'all like this stuff. I got more stories to tell. Let me know if you like the name. I might need to change the name. Anyway, that's what I got. Thank y'all.